Hey, good evening, and welcome to another episode of FlipTrax Radio podcast, or I should say FlipTrax Video podcast, coming to you live from Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. And tonight I have my special guest, my dear old friend, Doc Tribitz.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, he's saying hello out there.
Welcome to the internet.
Yes, yes. Scott and I, if you do not know, have been playing together musically and unmusically since we were, I don't know, 14, 13, 14.
Something like that.
Something
Maybe
like that.
A little earlier than that, yeah.
Yeah. We've been doing this a long time, and it shows. So Scott played with me in the band The Underdogs in the 80s and Wide Awake in the 90s. And I had an original project for a while there in the 2000s early called Infinite Mind Union, and we put one CD out, and Scott is on that.
I was listening to that today.
You could find that on Spotify, actually. It's called Mindfield,
yes.
The album, and it's band Infinite Mind Union, IMU. And more recently, he's been playing with Half Step on and off. He was actually a full-time member for a while, and then we bumped him because he got too busy teaching. Because Scott is a master musician with a master's degree in mastering musicianship. Teaches guitar. Keyboard's his main thing, but it's harder to carry around a keyboard, especially...
A lot of guitar players in the world.
Yes.
Not as many keyboard
So
players.
he's teaching a lot of kids to play guitar instead of trying to sway them to be keyboardists, so it makes guitar players a little less saturated. But anyway, they want what they want, and they'll do what they do.
There's us.
So, hey, yeah, we're on the screen there. In good shape. Got a picture of Jerry right next to us. That makes me feel a little warmer and fuzzier.
Delay or something.
So it's been a while. And also in the studio is the helmsman, the man behind the controls, the man who can shut us off and censor us at any moment. He's known around here as Big Brother, but we call him Tony Walker.
Nice to see you, Tom. It's been a while.
It's good to see you, too. Even though we don't see you, we hear you. But at any point,
That's
if your ego gets damaged, you can put the camera on you for a little bit.
No, it's on me too much.
Yeah, Tony is he's a heavy hitter here at Governor's. He's got his own show, Knock 'em Dead Radio. Mm-hmm. And that's how this whole mess started, because I was a guest on his show at one point.
That's right. Part of the family.
And they tried to throw me under the bus, but I kept up with them. So that got me my own show.
It's true.
And here we are. I don't know. It's almost over a year, I would guess. I mean, if you were to ask how many shows I've done, it's probably in the 20s by now. I don't know.
Oh, I would think so. Yeah.
But it's been a while. So it's good to be back. And, me and Scott are going to play some music, and we're going to talk, and we're going to hopefully take some phone calls. We'll throw the phone number up there at some point to give you guys incentive to say hi. As you're getting high or whatever, I don't know, you're watching television, you're bored, and you feel like going on the internet, and you see us, chime in, say hello. So here we are, and we're going to start with a song. Let's do an old original, shall we? And it's a song called Don't Disturb Matter, co-written by the late, great Billy Capozzi. Yeah. Written still back in high school, if I would imagine. I think I was a senior in high school when we wrote this song. Yeah. Something like that, but it goes like this. If and when it is touched, don't disturb matter. You may see that it is wrong. Don't disturb matter. I don't mean to tell you why. You'll figure it out before you die. Although you may try and try again. It is right, you know it's right. wrong. So don't disturb matter. When you see it begin to crumble, don't disturb matter. Tell you why. Figure it out before you die. Though you may try and try again. If and when it is touched, don't disturb matter. Don't disturb matter, no matter, even though you'd rather. Don't disturb matter. Ooh, yeah. We hear you clapping in your living rooms.
I did the instead of the
So together, that's kind of
right.
So, when was the last time you played that song? I know for me it hasn't been too long, but
Oh wow, it must have been something we did with Artie. Maybe the show that Skylar came up.
wow.
Where was that?
Is that
Somewhere here on Long Island. You remember what I'm talking about?
I do.
Right?
It was a benefit for Stony Brook.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think we did WUSB Stony Brook Radio benefit, and that's right. Katie's and
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she came up and played mandolin or ukulele or something.
something
with us.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Time does fly. Yes, indeed. So, Scotty, tell me a little bit about what's going on with you.
Well, teaching a bunch. Hopefully, some of my students are watching. Subbing with Half Step.
Yeah.
Looking forward to our Peak Skill show.
That's right.
That
Yes.
we want to talk up.
Yeah, Scott lives in a town where we were asked to play a show, and it turns out he's playing on the gig with us. So it's a theater up in Peekskill, New York, which is only about an hour from the city, I guess you could say.
Yeah, or less, like an
Right
hour
over,
and
right over
15
the bridge in
minutes
Westchester
from here,
County.
Yeah, the historic Paramount Theater.
Yes, it's the Paramount Theater, not the Paramount that we know down here, but the Paramount up there. And the show is next Saturday night, the 10th, this coming Saturday, and tickets are still available through Ticket Web. Please get them now. And hopefully we'll have a good old night of Grateful Dead music and a new demographic for the band. I mean, we haven't ventured off of Long Island too much in the past, but hopefully in the future we will be, and this will be the start of that.
Yeah, certainly.
So yeah, that's going to
Deadheads
happen
up there. Yep.
on the 10th. So should we play some Grateful Dead just because we're talking about it? Yeah, sure. All right, let's see what we got for Grateful Dead. Got a creaky chair to add percussion.
These tuners are so great.
How's that coming through there, Tony?
Perfect.
Sounds like a good commercial for WD-40. Hey, what can I do here? Get a good can of WD. Peggio?
Sure.
Peggio or Jacaro? Either way, they're going to be like a blah, blah, blah.
Peggio.
Peggio. Okay.
The happier one.
As we roll down to Fenario, as we roll down to Fenario, our captain fell in love with a lady like a dove, and he calls her by name, Pretty Peggio. Will you marry me, Pretty Peggio? Will you marry me, Pretty Peggio? If you would marry me, I will set your cities free, and free all the people in the area. I would marry you, sweet William O. I would marry you, sweet William O. I would marry you, but your guineas are too few, and I fear my mama would be angry, oh. What would your mama think, Pretty Peggio? What would your mama think, Pretty Peggio? What would your mama think if she heard my guineas clink? Saw me marching at the head of my soldiers, oh. return, Pretty Peggio. If ever I return, Pretty Peggio. If ever I return, all your I would burn. Destroy all the ladies in the country, oh. Come stepping down the stairs, pretty Peggy, oh. Come stepping down the stairs, pretty Peggy, oh. Come stepping down the stairs, combing back your yellow hair. Bid a last farewell to sweet William O. Sweet William, he is dead, pretty Peggy, oh. Sweet William, he is dead, pretty Peggy, oh. Sweet William, he is dead, and he died for a maid. And he's buried in the Louisiana country, oh. Venerio. Well, our captain fell in love with a lady like a dove, and he called her by name, pretty Peggy, oh.
That's a Dead tune?
Yes.
I've never heard that one.
Yeah.
That's great. What album is that on?
I don't think it's on an album.
Oh, really?
It's like a traditional thing that was written and they played live for, right?
They might have done it on one of the acoustic records, right?
Well, like a live album or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is it on Reckoning?
No.
No? Okay.
I wonder if Robert Hunter ever released it on one of his records. But
Great
then isn't
song.
there another, like a Dylan song or something called Sweet Peggy, oh? It's like a different
Yeah, I always get it confused
scenario and all these fictitious places.
with
and
Jackaro, like the story songs.
Yes. Jackaro, why don't we do that one? While we're on the page of that. This is a sea shanty. And it's traditional, who knows, maybe 1600s. Somehow it ended up in the Garcia catalog.
Yeah, this is a great song.
There's another tale about a woman
Sad.
dresses as a man to board a ship to go save her love, catches him in battle, saves him, and then they get married. And that's the end of the story. Isn't it sweet?
Brings a tear to my eye.
It's pretty woke.
Who knew Jerry'd be so woke?
Yeah. Well, if you can follow along, you'll hear where we're going with it. There was a wealthy merchant in London, he did dwell. He had a beautiful daughter, the truth to you I'll tell. Oh, the truth to you I'll tell. Well, she had sweethearts aplenty and men of high degree, but none but Jack the sailor, her true love heir to be. Oh, her true love heir to be. Well, Jackie's gone a-sailing with trouble on his mind. He left his native country and his darling girl behind. Oh, his darling girl behind. guns array. She climbed on board a vessel to convey herself away. Oh, convey herself away. Now before you get on board, sir, your name we'd like to know. She smiled on in her countenance, they call me Jack-a-Roe. Oh, they call me Jack-a-Roe. Well, I see your waist is slender, your fingers they are small, your cheeks too red and rosy to face the cannonball. Oh, face the cannonball. I know my waist is slender, my fingers they are small, but it would not make me tremble to see 10,000 fall. Oh, see 10,000 fall. Soon being over, she went and looked around. Among the dead and wounded, her darling boy she found. Oh, her darling boy she found. She picked him up all in her arms and carried him through the town. She sent for a physician, he quickly healed his wounds. Oh, quickly healed his wounds. This couple, they got married, so well they did agree. This couple, they got married, so why not you and me? Oh, why not you and me? Oh, why not you and me? I once played that song in a bar in Bayville a long time ago, and there was maybe 5 people in the bar, and this old drunk at the end of it. I played the whole song, and he turns around and he goes, "What a lousy way to propose to someone."
He was paying attention.
Like, that's it, really? What a lousy way to make a proposal. Like what? Valiantly going into battle and finding the love of your life and bringing him to safety and for the worst ways. So it's actually good and refreshing, Scott, to see you play guitar. It's been how many years? Jeez. I mean, I remember we used to hang at the Dead lot, we before the Dead shows and play and
yeah, I'd walk around with my old Guild.
Yeah, remember that thing? You still have it?
The neck is off, but I still have it.
The neck is off,
the neck
entirely?
The neck needs to be
glued back on.
on.
Oh, well,
if anyone out there wants to, for free, glue the neck back on.
Anyone for the kindness and goodness of their heart, just
Because it sounds like an expensive.
Totally resurrect the vintage guild.
I'm sure there's a YouTube channel for gluing your neck back on your guitar type of thing, but
There's a YouTube video for everything.
yes, like this.
You're right. Who would have thought? So, yeah, man. What else is there to talk about here, Tony?
I want to hear more about that guitar.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, this guitar. Well, you may have recalled in the past I'd play here with the worst of acoustics, and I'd always complain and say, well, someday I'm going to get a new guitar and I'm going to bring it in and I'm going to play it. And yeah, it never happened. But anyway, this is a 1948 Gibson LG1 that was gifted to me by my lovely girlfriend, Allie. She got it to me for my birthday.
1948.
1948, just to remind me of how old I am. She got a guitar to remind me of the age and how it just gets better with age.
I was about to ask you that. Is that the case with guitars? Is it like
yeah.
wine
Oh,
that
yeah.
get
Oh yeah,
really?
Just it just settles and things shift and get good. And so this guitar, I believe, was never refretted, but it looks like there was some work done to the
machines,
machine
yeah.
heads up here. But maybe these were replaced. I would think those look pretty new.
I wonder what the original pegs were.
Yeah. But the funny thing about this guitar, it's called a parlor guitar because I used to be playing them in the parlor.
Okay.
And I guess in the turn of the century, when everybody was playing these guitars, women were kind of excluded to this thing, but eventually girls showed interest. So the LG is really ladies'
It's
guitar.
a smaller size, right?
So it's designed for women. So
Oh.
look at that. I got myself a good guitar.
That's great, though.
But it fits, it's tiny, and it's got a big, tight sound. And
You got a nice tight lady here that
nice
that,
tight lady
that
in
you're
my
handling
arms,
well
yeah.
with your finger in
Yeah.
your yeah.
I hope Allie's not being jealous at home while I'm straddling this older woman. She may have smoked a lot of cigarettes in her day.
It's got that patina to it.
Yes, it's
right?
got that aged look to it, and it feels great and plays great, and I'm very grateful for it. And
I see what you did there. Grateful for it.
you like that? But truth be told, she took some of my basses, and I haven't seen them back, so she had to give me this now. And make up for the fact that my Rickenbacker is in her possession.
Oh, the Rick, the one that was discolored.
Oh no, that was
Mark's Rick.
yes,
right?
a funny story. I used to sweat a lot as a kid. I don't sweat much anymore on the guitar or whatnot. I have strings that last a long time. But when I was a teenager, I played bass guitar, and I guess the adrenaline of playing live shows and everything, I would just sweat like a madman.
Yeah.
And we had done the school concert, and a friend of mine, he was a member of the band too, Mark Solomon. He had just gotten his beautiful pearl white Rickenbacker bass.
We were all into Geddy Lee and Chris
Yeah,
Squire.
Oh,
at the time.
so
sure,
Rickenbackers were the thing in the 70s and 80s. So now we're playing a junior high school concert or whatever, and he lends me the bass for the night. And I wore a brand new blue flannel shirt. And I sweat through
Never
the
washed.
thing that the back of his white guitar had blue checkers. from my blue
Wow.
shirt, and he could never get it out. It was burned into the finish. And
Yeah.
But it was on the back. Who cares?
well,
Your mom wasn't
that's
like,
what I told him.
Your mom wasn't like, Tommy, wash that shirt before you wear it on a gig. Come on.
It's the equivalent to getting a new tie dye. You put it in, all your wash is now pink and stuff. But I felt horrible, and I don't know what to tell you. We're 16 years old. It's not going to give him like $600 to go get it repainted or whatever. But he wound up selling it. And I don't know if he got
I'm sure you got a good price for it.
hopefully he got a good price
I
for
wonder
it.
what the original price. This was like $10 in the Sears catalog.
Right
in like 1940 whatever.
48. So that's a lesson for you kids out there. If you're gonna play a vintage white guitar, go shirtless.
Or wash your shirt first.
Do your best Sid Vicious
Or if it
impersonation.
bleeds through like that, maybe that's the
That's
like
the thing.
yeah, that's
Patina.
that's the Mark.
Well,
what was it?
if
Mark
the- if
Salmon.
the-
That's the Mark Salmon model.
If the current owner knows that that's my sweat and
There you go.
my tattoo on the guitar, it might be worth just
course.
5 cents more.
Yeah, it's like the burned Jimi Hendrix guitar.
Exactly.
Yes. So yes, Rickenbacker basses and Rickenbacker guitars, very fragile instruments they are.
Are they?
They're
Like
thin
that
and they-
12 string.
Well,
always
yeah.
looks like
Yeah, I
But
got
a Rickenbacker,
12
a
string.
million little.
Oh,
And you
yeah.
spend more time tuning it than playing it.
Oh, is that right?
It's just constantly ding, 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 ding. It's always slightly out.
But a Rickenbacker bass, man, nothing.
Oh, yeah.
There's
That's so good.
yeah, no
Growl.
bass sounds
Got a
like that.
growl to it,
So good.
Yeah.
Especially for that music in those years.
Yeah. There's a new resurgence of progressive rock coming around. I don't know if you're familiar with it, Scott. Have you heard this band called Wobbler?
No, I got to check it out because I've been listening to I was listening to ELP and Genesis.
That's my wheelhouse of listening, but not playing. I can't play that shit. It's just too.
Sure, you could.
I don't know. It's too like there's not enough blue notes or something. Or it's like so precise. I'm just can't do that stuff. But yeah, Steve Howe, huge fan.
Yeah, he's great.
Steve Hackett's coming around to the Patchogue Theater.
Playing the whole Seconds Out live album, right?
That's amazing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
I actually met Mike Rutherford once. I was working at a charity event. Mike Rutherford, Huey Lewis, where they were playing with the house band for this charity gig, and they were playing some of each other's songs. And Mike Rutherford was telling Huey Lewis after the show how he had a hard time playing "Power of Love," the chords of "Power of Love," and I couldn't resist. I turned right to him. I said, "All that early Genesis stuff, and you have a problem playing that song?"
Yeah.
I think
the
you got a little mad
introduction to
at me.
Cinema Show and having
Right,
with
right.
Wow.
I think he got a little pissed, but
yeah.
it's all right.
He's like 8 feet tall. That guy, isn't he really tall?
Yeah, he's pretty tall. Yeah, I met Brian May. He was taller.
Well, most of it was his hair.
Yeah, right. The Big Bird thing going on
He's
there.
like 5'8", but his hair makes him 6'4". Yeah, those were big influences for us growing up. I remember the first time I saw you play live, Scott. Aside from the school talent show, you were playing in a Cars tribute band, or it was a band that was doing covers, and I remembered you playing the Cars song.
Dangerous Type?
Yeah, where you just had that little Moog thing.
I had the same keyboard.
This little like Yamaha
Greg
keyboard.
Hawkes. Yeah, I had that. That's maybe not exactly the same sort of keyboard that the keyboard player had.
Yeah.
And it had that great sound for that. For all that stuff.
It had that really moogie. I'm like, look at him up there, all like studious with this afro hair and glasses. And
I gotta look up that old keyboard.
We gotta steal him from them, and that's what we did. We pretty much stole you from every band you joined to be like, no, you're playing with us.
Good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
And then, believe it or not, Scott got hooked up with a band that was very original and very ahead of its time in its own vintage way. Star People.
Yeah.
Now, this band was great, Tony, because the whole concept behind it was interstellar travelers from other dimensions, and the people they worshipped, the gods they worshipped, was the Rat Pack.
The Rat Pack.
So they all wore tuxedos on stage.
Yeah, so we're talking Sinatra, Rat Pack?
Yeah.
Not the Rat Pack.
No, the Rat Pack. Yeah. But it was highly progressive and very...
Yeah, we came out with a compilation of everything just like a year ago.
Really?
It was called White Tie and Tails, Tales.
Ah, okay. Randy's a genius, man. He really is. In fact, one of the records is called Genius, right?
Yes.
He was aware of it. And
the second record,
yes.
yeah.
But the beauty of it was that Scott had the privilege to play all these vintage keyboards.
Great gear. On stage too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
And you have footage of that stuff? I know that there was that live show from BB, what was it, House of Blues?
The House of Blues, Chicago, I think. Yeah, I'm sure that's all up on YouTube.
I saw you play at the
Both
Wetlands
live and videos.
years ago at the Wetlands. That was...
Oh, yeah. I think that was the first night that Lorenza...
played the violin.
Lorenza Ponce was that was the first time I think she played with us.
Uh-huh.
One of those Wetlands gigs.
And then Wide Awake played there not too long after that. And it was so crazy because, like, here we are, or me personally, being into the Grateful Dead and that whole Dead scene. To be playing the Wetlands finally was like, oh, my God, I'm in Mecca. I'm in the home place of every... And we were, like, in this alternative grunge band. Everybody with tie dyes looking at us like, what the hell is this stuff here? And we're like, oh, but I'm in the Wetlands, guys. I'm serious. I really play that.
I don't remember that gig.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah,
a lot of gigs ago.
Yeah, we used to play Manhattan a lot, but what we used to do was charter buses and bring our Long Island crowd in to Manhattan.
Those,
Oh, that's a great idea.
So when we got there, Kenny's Castaways or the Bitter End, they'd be like, come in, please. Can you guys play here again? Like, we're trying to, because the goal was always to get an A&R guy down there. Try to get some people to get a record deal. So we would send these invites out to all these record execs to come and check out our showcase. And it helped to have 50 people in there singing your tunes.
I think that's the plan for the Paramount.
Yeah, well,
charter a bus.
We thought of that a little too late. We actually put a feeler out recently to say if we were hypothetically to get a bus and see what kind of interest we got. And a few people were like, oh, yeah, that'd be great, you know, but...
Really?
Yeah, we did one for half step when we played at Garcia's in Portchester, which is, again, going upstate to Westchester, and we chartered a bus, and they wanted us back right away. The next time we came back without a bus, we came back without a crew and a crowd. But we still play there occasionally. That's the new Mecca. That's the new Peter Shapiro place to be a deadhead and play at.
It's a fun place. It's a great PA there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, great sound staff. Everybody's cool
And it's
there.
in Westchester.
Yeah, we just recently did, Dave Diamond Band played at the Garcia's Club right before Phil Lesh and Friends.
Yeah, we did like the before
Oh,
party.
wow.
Yeah, that was good.
Fun.
Good night. And then
You guys did like 3 nights. I only did 1.
Yeah, you did one of the 3, and the other 2 was with Mike DeMeo.
Yep.
So the night he was there was Hold DeMeo.
Oh,
Oh, gosh. I got to wait long to say that joke. Thanks for the rim shot. You could use a shot of whiskey instead of a shot of a rim. So, let's make some more music. We've been babbling enough here for a bit. Let's do another original. Do we have any takers out there? Any callers? Any students? I mean, Scott teaches like 70 kids a week. Do you believe that? And he goes to their house.
oh, is
So,
that right? Yeah.
He drives to 70 different residencies all week long.
Let me throw the hotline up
Still
there.
manages to drive to rehearsals and gigs with me and other people. Like,
And show up on time.
yeah, he's on time. He's usually before everybody else.
Yeah.
All right, just do the the phone number up there. So if anyone wants to call in and say
okay.
hi or request something.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I don't know if anybody's listening. Maybe you guys will check it out archived, and when you call, we won't answer. So, but right now, if the phone rang, it would make us feel so loved and so important. You know, we need some positive reinsurance. Did I say reinsurance or assurance? Reassurance. Reinsurance? I can use some of that too.
Yes.
When they refund your insurance money.
Yeah, please call.
Okay. Do another original song. Why not?
Which one?
Let's do another one from the very, very old days there.
Okay, I gotta follow you on this one.
Yeah, don't even bother with that intro thing. This song was also written probably right at the end of high school or whatever, when we were thinking we were older than we were and more prolific. You know, like I spent my life living a life of such bad times, and it was 17. But it's called When It Rains, It Pours. It's kind of cool. I only sang half of the song back in the day, but I'm going to sing the whole song. So, Artie, if you're listening, call in and sing your part.
That'd be fun.
And we're bringing it down a whole step because, hey,
You want to take that before you do the
you
song?
want to screen it? Is it a psychopath or is it a...
It's gone.
No, they're going to be like, oh, sorry, wrong number.
But you do have Stephanie Salatan says
that's-
Scott's the best. Sean O checked in.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Peter Sell said nice. Sean O says you guys sound great.
Thank you.
The D says hi. Saroush Abispor gave a thumbs up.
Look at this,
thank
Scott.
You.
Yeah.
You know, not to upstage any of my previous guests, but you got some friends. Well,
Thanks for watching, guys.
and they also pay him
Enjoy.
too to teach them knowledge of amazing musical
Talented
theory,
kids.
and
They make me look good.
Saroush just said Scott is the best teacher.
he really is.
Thank you, Sarge.
I still
nice.
learn from this guy every day. Not every day, but when I see you.
The feeling is mutual.
Yes. Oh, well, I like to think that. But all right, here's one. When It Rains, It Pours in the key of D minor. Baby, you go your way, and I'll go mine. And in the long run, I'm sure we'll both do fine. We both had our reason for acting this way. And we both decided that one of us can't stay. And as the sun rises over my head, I take these thoughts with to bed. And as the clouds force me out of the sky, should I wonder why living a life of such bad times. I've given up on giving everything that is mine. You want it, you need it, you cannot live without it, baby. It's so important to you. I gave it, you took it, now you do without it, baby. Just because it's not brand new. And as the days and weeks fly by, I watch my clock still keeping time. And as the morning blinds my eyes, should I shut my blinds when it rains it really pours? When it rains it pours across the sea of sand and shore. When it rains it really pours. Take it, Scott. When it rains it really pours. When it rains it pours across the sea, the sand and shores. When it rains it really pours. Yeah. I said when it rains it pours. When it rains it really pours. We never know when it's real cold. When it rains, it really pours.
We rehearsed it.
That was that was a real difficult part. But Tony, when I said that song was going, because
Oh, really?
Right.
we
Up
were
in
like,
C sharp, exactly.
kids and oh.
A lot of energy.
Yeah.
Chris Signor? Tom, I gave up 5 front row Steve Hackett tickets in Patchogue to trek up to Peekskill this Saturday at Hudson Paramount. Can't wait.
We can't wait either, man.
Yes.
Let's make that happen.
Yes, yes.
Dina Najafi says you guys sound great.
Oh, thank you, Dina.
Sean O, may I request something from Infinite Mind Union?
Oh, okay.
And then the D says, do Instant Crush by Daft Punk.
Guys, there's something you've been
Is that
teaching
something?
someone?
No, I don't know that one.
Okay, let's do something from the Infinite Mind Union record.
That's a great name, man.
You like that?
I'm going to watch you on this one.
Infinite Mind Union?
I am
Yeah.
you.
I am you. You and me. We are all in together. Short-lived, though, unfortunately. We did play the Patchwork Theater once, opening for Vanilla Fudge, and that was a cool scene. You know?
Oh, that's cool.
That was great. That was
We
a
watched
fun
those
gig,
guys
yeah.
like screaming at each other. they like they hated each other,
Yeah.
infamously. But like the four of them for the first time, Mark Stein flew up and the whole thing.
That
and-
was what that gig was, right?
yeah.
Wow.
And but the crazy irony of that show was we were opening up, so we had to set up all our shit in front of them, and our bass player happened to ask Tim Bogart if he could use his rig.
I don't
And Tim was
remember
like, "No fucking way! You're gonna blow my amp. I don't trust anyone. No, no, no." We're like, all right. So I think Vince Martell let me use his Marshall cabinet. I think I just plugged my head through. I forget what it was, but they were very cooperative. Not Carmine, you know. Carmine was like, you know, making sure every spotlight was on him, and you know, there was no. But the irony of it was when they went on, Tim Bogart's bass amp blew.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And he had to turn to our bass player, like, crazy rig. He was like, I don't know. You already blew your own amp. I don't know about mine now. I think we saved the day. We helped him out somehow, but it was like
that's
just
fantastic.
funny. You know, like he jinxed himself by saying, "You're gonna blow my amp, kid," and he wound up blowing his own amp. Yes. But that was a good night. I remember.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, let's do the opening track from this album. It's called "Your Soul Is Shining."
I'm gonna watch you on this one.
Okay. We'll pick it up too because we only have 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Time flies when you.
And are we gonna
What?
the segue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. We'll have an added bonus to this song, I guess. Your soul is shining. Your soul is shining. The day fits in your pocket. A night is far away. The world turns into sorrow. It spins in disarray. And if you find that tears are falling on a sunny day, wipe the raindrops from your eyes and find yourself a better way. Your soul is shining. Just take it from the start and feel what's in your heart. Your soul is shining. When you're about to fall, when life is big and tall, footsteps are weighing down. The road stretches far and wide. Your message seems misguided, but the answer lies deep inside. Your soul is shining. Just open up your eyes and see it speak so wise. Your soul is shining. When you're about to crack and there's no turning back. There's a rainbow on the horizon where a black hole stain once was, filling dreams with rays of color, shedding light over everyone. There is hope for all the days ahead where the future tells its tale. But we can't forget the past, and the present's not for sale. Your soul is shining. Just open up your eyes and see it speak so wise. Your soul is shining. When you're about to fall, when life is big and tall, and if you find that tears are falling on a sunny day, wipe the raindrops from your eyes and find yourself shining. The sun is shining. Right outside this lazy summer home, you ain't got time to call your solar critic, no. Right outside the lazy gate of winter's summer home, wondering where the nut-thatched winners wings a mile long, just carry the bird away. Wake up to find out that you are the eyes of the world. Your heart has its beaches, its homeland, and thoughts of its own. Wake now, discover that you are the song that the morning brings. Oh. Your heart has its seasons, its evenings, and songs of its own. There comes a redeemer, he slowly too fades away. There follows a wagon behind him that's loaded with clay. The seeds that were silent all bursting to bloom and decay. Night comes so quiet, it's close on the heels of the day. Wake up to find out that you are the eyes of the world. Your heart has its beaches, its homeland, and thoughts of its own. Wake now, discover that you are the song that the morning brings. Your heart has its seasons, its evenings, and songs of its own. Sometimes we visit your country and live in your home. Sometimes we ride on your horses. Sometimes we walk alone. Sometimes the songs that we hear are just songs soul. Wake now, discover that you are the soul that the morning brings. Your heart has its seasons, its evenings, and songs of its own. Oh. Unexpected segue. That was planned.
That was fantastic, man.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely. That was great.
Oh, Doc, what a pleasure having you come in here and do this.
My pleasure.
We're just warming up, too. This is unfortunate that we have to say goodnight. But,
Want to go a few more minutes?
well,
It's up to you guys.
just do a little send off and a little thing in the next 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay. Sure.
Promote a couple of these shows that we have coming up.
Yeah.
Half Step, Paramount Theater, Hudson Valley. It's in Peekskill, New York.
My hometown.
It's only, yes, it's Scott's hometown.
Yep.
So he'll personally greet every one of you with a cup of soup
Wow.
that his wife will make.
Wow.
You know, that's an incentive we're going to give. Please, if you buy 2 tickets today, you'll get some split pea soup from Scott.
Okay.
He'll run home and get it.
Peekskill split pea soup.
Don't hold us to that, but, you know, it'll be a great time. It's 8 o'clock. You can get tickets at ticketweb.com or go to halfstepgd.com to get info there.
Yep. The link takes you right
That's,
there.
again, Saturday night, December 10th. What else do I got going on this week? Friday, I'll be doing my happy hour at Mr. Beery's in Bethpage.
Right down the block.
That's from 6 to 8:30. Then I go outside and get some fresh air and come back in and play with Tiger Rose at Mr. Beery's Friday night, December 9th at 9:30. 9-ish. We'll say 9-ish. I'll be set up already, so it all depends on, you know, how much rest I need between me singing and crooning and drinking and playing. And so, yeah, Friday and Saturday night, we got things cooking here for me, and Scott will be on the gig Saturday night.
Yep.
You
Looking
know,
forward.
and,
Thanks to everyone for tuning in.
Yeah, all his students
Thanks
are
so
chiming
much.
in and giving him love, and I don't know about me. I don't know. Just
Oh, we love you, Tom.
Paul, really enjoying this jam session. Thank you, guys. Just as Paul.
oh well, thank you, Paul. That's Paul McCartney. I was hanging with him last week. You know.
Okay. He said he'd tune in. He's a big fan.
Yeah, Paul is a big fan. Actually, it's so funny. The last time we saw Paul McCartney, I'm sure you were at the shows too, Tony. I don't know, maybe not, but on the screens it was like text Paul, and they gave a number where you could text him, and somebody was replying for Paul. Obviously,
really? I
it's
don't
not
remember
Paul.
that. Yeah.
But my sister Joanne at the show, she jumped on it like, "Hey, Paul, we're here in section 100," and he wrote back, "Hey, I hope you enjoyed the show." Well, Thanksgiving morning, hey, it's Paul McCartney, Joanne.
Wow.
Have a happy Thanksgiving, you know. And so he still periodically sends out texts to people.
Wow.
So she's all like, "Oh my God, Paul McCartney texts me." I'm like, "Well, some of his staff text you, but,
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
but still, that's effort.
Yeah,
That's some serious effort there. Like on holidays, and maybe
Wow, that's something.
we got to learn from him when it comes to marketing.
Yeah.
So yeah, he probably doesn't need
The
to work
split
that
pea
hard
soup
on
isn't going to
marketing,
cut it, you know.
And speaking of which, are you doing the Bangladesh thing again?
That's right. Oh yes, another thing to advertise on February 24th, I believe. It's a Friday night at the Space Theater. Wondrous Stories curates a big show, a recreation of George Harrison's Bangladesh concert. Very loosely rendered, because we always have special guests that have the most remote connection to it, but they're there, and it's a very, very extraordinary production. There's at least 25 people on the stage at any given time, and
Have they announced the guests this year?
no, I haven't heard yet what the guests situation is, but we've had people like Denny Lane, we've had
Oh wow.
Gene Cornish?
Gene Cornish, and we had the Vanilla Fudge guys. They were there one year. We had Zebra, Randy Jackson, and who else did we have? Marshall Crenshaw.
Oh,
He
wow.
was there.
Okay. Yeah, what's his name from Badfinger?
Yes,
year.
Joey
Molland, right.
And May Pang. She'll come up and do a little speaking of her Lost Weekend with John, which is interesting stuff. And it goes on and on and on from there. But yeah, it's a great, great show, and I would say get your tickets soon because it sells out. And that's again February 24th at the Space Theater. Check out Wondrous Stories stuff, I guess, for more info on that. Half Step will be back at the Space Theater in it's a ways from now, but it's going to be in May, and we're going to do a Fillmore West type of night, Family Dog type of thing, where it's going to be Jefferson Airplane Band by Reverend Jefferson, and Janis Joplin tribute, and Half Step will headline and do the Grateful Dead. So that's coming up. What else? I don't know. That's check out FlipTrax.com. That's my website, where you can find this show and other shows archived. Once again, Governor's Comedy Club, we thank you for having me here. Tony specifically.
Glad you're here.
Yeah, thanks.
And
Thanks so much for having me down.
yes, Scott, good to have you. Let's do a Beatles song to wrap up, shall we? We could do that. They're quick enough. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Nobody ever loved me like she does. Ooh, she does. Yeah, she does. And if somebody loved me like she do, ooh, she do me. Yeah, she does. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Well, I'm in love for the first time. Don't you know it's gonna last? It's a love that lasts forever. It's a love that has no past. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. And from the first time that she really done me, ooh, she done me. Yeah, she done me good. I guess nobody ever really done me. Ooh, she done me. Yes, she done me good. Don't let me down. Hey, don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Thanks so much, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. We'll be back in 2 weeks, I believe, or no? Yes? No, maybe. 2 weeks, yes.
2 weeks.
Usually that's the case. We'll keep you posted. You'll know about it the day before or even like the day of, like today. And this, remember, can always be listened to and watched once again on govsradio.com. You can just look under the FlipTrax tab, and
Well, yeah, the YouTube channel, Gov's Comedy Club Podcast YouTube channel.
that's right. What Tony said.
It's where they are right now, though, right?
That's, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes. So the
So
replay
you can
will be
see
there.
all
Yes.
my previous debacles. See ya.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.